Fighting games is a genre, and one beautiful thing about them is that you can always enjoy the classics. You can always go back to what created the medium and what put everybody in the map. Some of the best ancient fighters nobody cares about. You can always go back to them and take out your time to enjoy them. And this is what makes this medium one of the best to ever enjoy. Because as long as I have a friend and you guys can just sit down and be like, yo, you want to run some ones on Akatsuki League Scrum, some obscure fight that nobody cares about. You guys can enjoy that. You want to run some Fate Olympic quotes, you guys can do that. The beauty of this genre is that it is built up within two people within the community. As long as you have a bro, as long as you have your homies, the fighting games as a genre can never die because you can always keep, running your ones, once you win your guys can always improving. As long as the game remains with you. And this is why I believe the fighting games can never enter the live service medium. Live service games are inherently predatory. They want you to keep coming back to them over and over again to maintain their player count and maintain you spending money continuously to keep the game alive. So, one of the most popular live services out there, Fortnite. Fortnite wants its players to be there the next day, completing some battle pass, completing some bunch of tasks in the middle of the game for some odd reason, to do to the progress in the game, and maybe get some new unlocks. They cannot pay, use your real world money to pay for skins so they can look cool in the game. And they do some weird shit like that. Who really cares? But still, that's one thing about the live service medium. We have some bizarre people out there, but I don't really want to talk about that now. Fighting games inherently are arcade-like design. Their designs go back and date back to the 90s. Their design is you and me together are about to fight to the death in the middle of this cabinet, and we're going to have the time of our life. When you introduce live service ideas or concepts to a fighting game, it doesn't mesh well or doesn't work well with it because the medium inherently goes against what a live service is. A fighting game is meant to be consistent and accessible at any point you want to play the game. A live service game is meant to be connected to the internet all the time in order to play it. And I believe fighting games forcing themselves to be online only and also dedicating themselves to be games that you come back to over and over again, and they require your player counts to be as large as ever to be consistent so people can keep spending skins on the game so you can keep the game alive. And like, oh yeah, this fighting game is popular, people are in the game constantly. But no, this is not how fighting games try. This is how fighting games survive their lifespan. This is not how it works. Anyway, it doesn't work like this. The way a fighting game succeeds and keeps its money up is by designing a good enough game that introduces people to the game, pricing it at a normal price, like $40 should be the highest for any fighting game in the world. But you price it well, and then you support it with DLC over time. Maybe you can add costumes, you can add story mode, you can add new characters, who really cares. But as long as you continue to support the game, you can make your money. Now, if you force yourself to create a live service to fighting game, you are going against the medium. It's terrible for business and it's terrible for the players.
末付の競技シーンはすごいどんどんハイレベルになっていってると思います。
Super Nude Rinsen, Sonic Box and ends up 2-0.
Now, currently, a fighting game that is undergoing or going through this phenomenon right now is currently a great game called 2XKO. Now, this is a game developed by some League of Legends devs that want to bring in fighting game fans into, their greater universe. A bunch of their older fans too from the old G League of Legends want them to come into the game and have some fun with the current fighting game players. Now, as a fighting game fan, you look at this game and you're like, wow, this is a perfect game for me and someone else to play. This game looks fun enough for me and my homie to enjoy. You can just go into the game and just start mashing buttons, find out some combos and that, creating our moves from there. But there's just one issue with the game, and that is retention. Now, this game relies heavily on the fact that you should be able to spend money on skins or probably characters too. So, but the game's life relies heavily on you because one thing this game does is make itself free. So the game is free to play and anybody can access the game and play it. Now this means that people that are not really ready to get committed to a fighting game, they're not ready to put down their money to play the game, just come into the game for free. It's a matching version, which is not bad. Objectively, in a reality where you can get a free fighting game for a bunch of people to come into the game and test out the waters so that they enjoy it, this will be good. But there's just one issue. The game requires players, money, and retention in order for the game to survive. Without all of these factors, the game is slowly dying off without any love and care. And you'll be like, okay, it may be slowing up, but as long as we, promote the game, add more characters, add more interesting characters, yell out to the clouds, this game is free. You can come in, new skins, new this, new that. No. You can announce all of this stuff, but it won't bring in an audience. An audience will not force or flock to the game instantly. It doesn't happen like that. A game like this would only work well if they took out the time to prepare the game. 30 characters at launch, price $40, or maybe it's a Riot as a copy, so let me prefer $50. They post in their characters there and just announce it. Give it to some popular streamer out there and just announce the game to the audience and say, if I was gonna come out and there's a game, give it some time. Make sure you are giving it constant support and constant promotion. Now, promotion is not, I'll spend $5 million on some billboard. No. Fighting game fans are not people that you yell at the billboards. No. You need to see your game and see how ready the devs are to support the game. The best way for devs to prove that is just to take out their time and post stuff on the channel. Get content creators to create combos, create videos, create like mechanics, just have simple secrets within the game. With their design, well-designed characters, and boom, the game will start going slowly. Now, are you going to sell 5 million copies for free? No, not necessarily. Are you going to sell 10? No, you're not going to sell 1 million either. But over time, you start to bring in people. One thing about fighting games is that if you give it a little bit of more time, water it more, it will grow and create a strong, tight-knit community. And fighting games are that they take out their time to grow. And if you leave a fighting game which requires constant, players, we need to add water, we need to have more lives, we have more skins. No. A fighting game that's well designed, well created, doesn't require constant retention, because as long as the game is sold off, you've gotten your win. You've gotten your player. Your players within the game, and they're committed to you and they're ready to play that game for as long as you're ready to support it. And people will continue enjoying it. But if you put in the free to play model, somebody comes in, they play the game for like 5 minutes, they hit some combos, they're like, this game is nice, and they just leave. They don't care, they just leave. Because one thing about fighting games is that fundamentally they are inherently arcade. And you cannot take out the arcade from fighting games. Fighting games were designed for you and your brother, for you and your friend to get together and competitively beat one another to the ground. And whoever is a better fighter wins the game. And that's how they are. You can't just free to play your way and live service your way into that kind of community. No. You have to strategize, take out your time to show that you are ready to support your game. And that way the community will support you. Now, it's unfortunate that 2SK is going through this stuff right now, because the game fundamentally looks good. It looks well designed. Everything about the game is perfect for someone like me and my homie, my brother, to take out the time and enjoy the game. But the one issue with the game now is that it's a live service. And in over a span of 5 years, span of 10 years, span of 15 years, people might forget the game, people might move on, people might go away. But who will remember the game? The game might go out of life, go out of commission, and somebody out there who was taking his time to dedicate himself to perfect some combos that nobody really knows about, but he's taking his time, and he's going to be like the next dude that's going to put this game on the map with something insane. But due to lack of retention, due to lack of players, due to lack of commitment, due to lack of all those kind of the money, the stuff that creates the arcade-like feeling and design of this game, it just slowly die off, and they need to be forgotten to time, because there's a new game on the block. Who really cares? They don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And this is quite sad, because I believe the artists and the designers that design the game, they put in work and effort to make sure the game looks this good. Just for it to just be some free to play or forgotten stuff, it's kind of sad. And this goes inherently against the design of what fighting games are. So please, I urge you, any developer out there that's creating your own fighting game, indie dev, the major AAA developer, any of you guys, please take out your time to understand that please do not make your game into live services. If you want to sell your fighting game, you think like this game is not going to be profitable enough for you, please price it down with a cheaper price. Always think of the bigger picture. It will always grow. one thing about fighting games is that the easier the entry, the higher chances of people coming to the game. If I go to my homie right now, $70, take Tekken 8, let's play the game, he wouldn't listen to me. But if it was cheaper, if it was a cheaper price, boom, he's in the game. You're in the game. Boom. Two of you are in the game and you enjoy yourselves. And this is what enables and allows the community to slowly grow. When two people together have bought the game, choosing one of their friends, the other friend plays the game, it's cheaper here. So says, the game is interesting. I can beat you in this game. The competitive spirit starts moving within the people. And it slowly starts to attach and grip amongst different dudes, different friend groups, different people across the world. And they take out their time and they're like, oh yeah, this fight game is nice. I play with this guy. It was interesting. The answer looks good. Boom. You have a customer. He buys the game. Two of them are online. Go back. And the game is going on. And, with that, the community starts growing quickly. And there's no issue. If it's a live service game, yeah, you can claim, okay, two of them are online. But there's no commitment. And even with that commitment, there's no incentive for them to spend money because they're here for the fighting game only. And when the players go away, the scrubs leave the game, and people who are enjoying the game well enough are small, but they can't support the heavy tax of paying for different skins. The game slowly starts to die out, and nobody really cares about it, which is kind of sad. So please, I urge you guys to take out your time to understand that fighting games are, by their nature, competitive. By their nature, they are meant to be in a duel with your friend, and also by their nature, they are meant to be enjoyed with groups of friends within the community. And as long as two people remain that take out their time and play their favorite fighting game of all time, it could be the latest stuff of all time, or it could be the oldest stuff. As long as they're together and they're happy and they're mashing their combos and going against each other, that right there is proof that the heart of the FGC community lies within you as an individual. So thank you for watching this video. Until next time, good night.